Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today, we're going to talk about, is your website optimized for success? Yeah, that's right. Let's get it. Hey guys, hey, Desmond here. And today, as always, we're still on that corporate hunt, on that corporate grind. And today, I want to talk to you guys about just something that I've seen in conversations that I've been having with a lot of photographers, videographers. And it's something really simple. It's called asking yourself, is my website optimized for success? Simple as that. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I remember having a conversation with one of my boys and he was like, man, your website is good. You have a lot of great work. He said, but the challenge that I have when I'm on your site is it doesn't tell the story. It does not let me as a client know, or as a client be able to know exactly what they're getting, because it shows me that you do everything and not enough of just one thing. And so I took that to heart and I revamped my site. I'm gonna take what he says and I'm gonna make it do what it do. Now, granted, I was still making a lot of money. I was still doing well, but I was like, let's make some adjustments. Well, I did that. And then I went back and we talked again and he gave me more feedback. And I said, okay, cool. I did that. And then I went back and I made some more. And I say all this to say, because too often we build a website and then let it be. And we may not update our photos for 1 year, 2 years, maybe 5 years. And we may still have that same great photo that made it to a magazine cover that nobody even opens up, because who has magazines now? And it is something that I believe is our biggest issue within our industry, especially for photographers and videographers wanting to scale their business and not just be freelancers. People that are wanting to live off of what their gift and their craft is. Whenever I sit down and I'm having conversations with new photographers and videographers, I typically tell them right off the top, hey, your business is not built around Instagram, it's not built around TikTok, and it's not built around LinkedIn. Your business is built around having a structural website that people can come to and see your portfolio of work. And that portfolio of work should be updated on a regular basis. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how often you should update it. I'm not gonna say you need to update that portfolio of work every month. I'm not gonna say that. But for some that are just starting out, that might be your rhythm or your routine right now. But for others that have been in this for a little bit but still not seeing the success or the ROI, the return on your investment, you might need to start looking at it maybe every 2 to 3 months or every quarter or every 6 months and say, you know what? I need to update this, or I need to refresh this. Whenever I go into an event, whenever I go into a conference, I'm going in capturing for what I might want to add to my site in the future. I go in with the mindset of saying, this is going to be something that I can use as marketing material, not just because I'm capturing great content for my client, but as the owner of this material, I'm able to utilize it as well. And it's extremely important that when you're doing this, that you are positioning yourself for success. Too often we take events and we shoot events and we're just shooting and shooting and shooting, and we walk away with 3,000 images and we don't even use any of them. They live on a hard drive. Or we send them to a client and we never open those things back up again. And then when a client says, hey, can I see your work? We're like, yeah, go ahead and look at my Instagram. No, you should be able to say, yes, here's my website. The other thing is, I know this is like a relic conversation, but these things still matter. Business cards still matter. And I see so many times when I'm working with photographers and I'm saying, hey, what's your information? That they're like, oh, here, let me give you my number. I'll be honest, I got a lot of numbers in my phone. I'm not going to remember your number. I'm not going to remember your digital business card that you sent me. What I'm going to remember is that paper that may get washed in my clothes the next day, but I'm gonna pull it out and I said, oh yes, let me save it. And so doing this, it allows me to be able to go to a business card, look at the website, mark it as something that I may want to come back to. For me, I typically have a lot of tags open on my browser, and so there's moments in which a website may sit under my browser for 2 to 3 months. And guess what? I'm able to go back to it. Clients are the same way. And a lot of times we get in this space, in this position of thinking that as I am working on trying to make the money and I'm working on marketing, that my website doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is your website should become your second employee. You might be number 1, but your website should be number 2. Your website is what works for you when you're sleeping. Your website is what works for you when you're out working. Your website is what's working for you that allows people to contact you. There's so many people that I missed because they're hitting me up in a DM, but if they had just went to my website, they could have left a simple request that would have went to my email, that would have then gone to my assistant, then my assistant would have been able to give them a response. Or what would have happened, once again, this is a system that you see, is they could have went to my website, and then when they went to my website, they would have been able to fill out a form, and when they fill out that form, they'll be able to give me all the details of that, and then when they hit submit, it's immediately going to pop up a calendar, and that calendar is going to allow them the opportunity to schedule a discovery call, whether that call is for today or whether that call is for tomorrow. And the truth of the matter is, whenever they schedule that call, it immediately goes on my calendar, or my calendar is synced with it to know that it can be blocked or it can't be blocked. Once again, that does not happen if you do not have a website. Your website should be positioning you for success. Now, whenever I'm looking at other people's websites, the one thing that I also am doing is I'm trying to look at keywords. I'm looking to see, how do I optimize this site? So as photographers, as videographers, I'm going to give you a few tips of things that you should make sure you have on your site. Clear expectations of the work that you do. You should not have work on your website that you can't do. Other things that you should have on your website: pricing. Another thing that you should have on your website, a contact form. On that contact form, it should require some details. Now, it should not require their life story, but it should require them the opportunity to be able to give you information so you can prepare before you get on that call. Now, the last thing that I'm going to say that you should have on your website, and this is very key and critical, listen, you should have on your website who you are. They want to know your story. And now, it doesn't need to be long, but About Us matters. About Us pages is what allows people to build trust that they want to work with someone before they get started. I've seen it happen too many times. I get on a call and they say, "We loved working with you and we were excited to work with you because we read your story. We took some time and looked at some videos, we looked at your work, but we read your story." The reality is, a lot of times we think that we're competing with people based on the quality of our work. Here's a news flash. Everyone has a camera today. Everyone is walking around with a camera, and just about most of us are good with it. Most of us. Some of us. Okay, maybe a few. But at the end of the day, your website is pretty much you without them meeting you. So they get to know who you are, your personality, and all those things well in advance. And so at the end, I believe that whenever you go into looking into getting into this business and scaling your business and going after this corporate business and being on the hunt for corporate work, you got to make sure that your website is just as strong as you are. It should be your ultimate flex every single day, and you should be proud of it. Hey, I'm offering this for all of those that are following and subscribed to me. So go ahead and smash a link on my links, and you're going to be able to schedule a consultation call with me. And this call is just going to be a simple website review. And what we're going to do is we'll walk through your website, talk through the things that's great and the things that I believe could help you. Now, mind you, I don't know everything. I'm not a guru of everything. But what I can tell you is the things that's working for me. My goal, definitely within this community and within this space, is to help people scale their business to the next level. And I believe that if we're going to do so, you got to make sure that your website is just as strong. Hey, this is Des. I hope this video helped you. Go ahead and smash the button below. Subscribe, share, send it to everyone you know. I'll see you later. Let's stay on that corporate grind and on that corporate hunt. Love you. Peace.